Rofl
Cast. Hi everybody, this is Achilles. Welcome to the mini episode of R&R or Rofl Rants. In this episode, we'll be talking about Gamergate with an SJW. What Gamergate is a movement by gamers to get transparency in journalism after it was revealed that one of the writers of a very popular blog from Vox had a personal relationship with a developer that he recommended. What gamers were calling for was transparency in journalism, disclosure of where money is going, and whether or not a personal relationship exists about the writer and the person that they're writing about. Now, on Gamergate's side, you probably read a lot of negative articles decrying gamers as dead or misogynistic. So on the gamer side, they invented the hashtag #NotYourShield, which showed that gamers were not just the cis white males in their mother's basements as they're being depicted in the media, rather an entire community full of men, women, trans, of all different colors, shapes, and sizes. With the social justice warrior side, many of them have resorted to harassment techniques against those that they disagree with, and the same can be said about the Gamergate side. Although the Gamergate's harassment side has been well publicized, the social justice warrior side has not been publicized. Unfortunately, these social justice warriors who are coming in just to be offended but have no real vested interest in games are kind of muddying up the movement. Because although there are good valid points about being more inclusive, about having more diversity in gaming, about having more women in gaming, a lot of those have been co-opted by people just to be offended. Instead of providing solutions, they want to police thought, police art, and police those that they don't understand. I'm going to speak with one of these social justice warriors today, and well, you're in for quite a ride. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some R&R.
Hello? Are you there?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Is this Achilles? I'm trying to say it for now. I know you're Latino, so I wanted to make. Is it Achilles? Achilles? Achilles.
Well, I'm actually not Latino, and
look
it's
Latino.
Pronounced. Okay, well, it's gonna surprise you, but there's a lot of people. You know what? Let's not worry about that. It's pronounced Achilles, and I'm the host of Rofl Cast. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us today. And we met on Twitter.
Can I stop
Your name
you?
is
It's a pleasure to be here. All right, go.
Okay, so we met on Twitter, and you are I guess a self-proclaimed feminist. Your name is Becky
Lou Higgingbottom. That's 2 G's, two T's, and an O on either side of the T.
Okay, sure. And your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is Pixie Nixie South the Dixie Killing Gaming.
That doesn't even seem like it would fit.
Can I finish? You can also follow me on Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram.
We can worry about the plugs.
I'm sorry, G+, LO, rawfoodorgy.cu, girls of rawfoodorgy.cu,
sure, we can do all the plugs at the... Okay.
And the Princeton Hot Pocket Review.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, great. Just so you know, we can do plugs at the end.
I have a cloud score of
people
76. IQ 10 points higher than that.
That's a lot higher than I would have suspected.
It's pretty good.
Now, what I wanted to talk to you about, and what we kind of got in an argument on Twitter about, was about Gamergate and essentially how feminism plays into that. Mm-hmm. So can I ask you, what is feminism to you?
What is feminism to me?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Okay, first of all. Okay.
Okay,
the thing about feminism.
Right.
Is, okay, what Bell Hooks says about feminism is, can you hold on for just one moment here, 1 second?
I mean,
one second.
Kind of want to keep the conversation rolling.
It's fine. It's fine. Just don't worry about it. Just be 1 second.
Sure. I can hear you typing.
No, I'm not looking it up. I know what it means. Feminism.
Just tell me what it is.
Is a feminine character. Wait, no. It's the doctrine advocating social, political, and all other rights of women equal to those of men, to sometimes initial capital letter, an organized movement for the attainment of such rights for women. And I said that off the top of my head.
That's exactly word for word what Wikipedia says on feminism.
But the thing about Wikipedia is it's biased.
It's actually biased towards feminists.
I know, it's great.
If you look at the game, because of there was an attack on Wikipedia where feminists went and said that it wasn't feminist enough, and they assaulted Wikipedia and edited a bunch of articles.
That's not an attack. We were fixing it.
It's not fixing it if you're spreading misinformation.
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Okay, I guess if that's What you want to say? Okay, so we know what feminism is to you. Who would classify as a feminist? Could I classify as a feminist?
Well, do you agree with me?
I agree with you on what? I guess we haven't really got
Just
to
in
the
general,
issues
do you
yet.
like agree with what I say, and like when I say it, you like boost the signal instead of disagreeing?
I mean, I couldn't even say. Wouldn't I have to know the issue before I agree with someone?
No. See, I do all that research for you. All you gotta do is click retweet. Like, would you agree, like, when I say things, like, just in general, like, give me kind of like a blanket pass that you agree with what I'm saying, and then I'm saying that would make you a feminist.
It's interesting that you bring that up because the whole point of Gamergate is that people haven't been doing appropriate research. The people that we expected to do the research for us have been pretty much putting out the same narrative without actually doing any research into the other side. So I don't believe anyone is above discourse or being reviewed. So I guess the answer is no.
Well, that's a privileged position that you're able to take because you're a white man, first of all. The first thing.
Not white. It shouldn't even matter what color I am.
You're half white, aren't you? I thought you were some sort of quadroon.
I am a mixed race person,
Well,
but I'm
that's
half
what
brown,
I'm saying,
half
is you
black.
need to check your half privilege.
But the other half is black. It's not.
Well, is
white.
the other half talking right now? No, the white side is talking to me, thank you very much. And that side is a part of the patriarchy.
I have no white side.
You have the side that's talking to me right now crosswise. And I'm saying if you don't get crosswise with me, that is feminism. Feminism is standing to the side, and it's like imagine you were like opening a door or putting a coat of arguments down over the cesspool for me. That's what feminism would be. It's like chivalry, but on Twitter.
It's chivalry, but on Twitter.
Yeah,
so
it's chivalry.
If I as a man, could I be a feminist?
Well, it depends. Have you ever done any sort of speeches where you broke a Grand Theft Auto game?
No, I have not.
That's
I guess
so far so bad, but we'll get there. Have you ever written an article that was questioning Gamergate in such a way as to say that it is completely focused on hatred and anti-women?
I haven't.
Okay,
I am not a writer.
We're 0 for 2 so far, but that's okay. That's okay. You can still hit out the third one out of the park.
Sure.
How do you feel about me as a woman?
I don't really know you as a woman.
Oh,
I mean,
you know
so
me
far,
as a woman because you know the struggle. You've
What
heard about the
struggle?
struggle, right? You need the struggle.
What struggle?
Hold on one second.
I can seriously. I can hear you typing right now.
That's different. I'm tweeting.
I mean, you could even use an iPad. I wouldn't be able to hear it.
Struggle,
You have like a mechanical keyboard. It's like an old
feminism.
IBM clacker. It's remarkably loud.
The struggle, feminism.
That's
It
you're
is-
literally dictating it out while you're
The
typing
struggle
it in.
is a motorcycle rally in Surges, South Dakota. I think I misspelled something. What the struggle is hard. Wait a second. It says right here that you're not really a minority. It says that you were invented by anti-feminist members of 4chan. Are you a sock puppet?
I have nothing to do with 4chan. Even that place scares me. So
You're
I
part
don't know
of the
why.
4chans, first of all.
I'm not.
It
I'm a
says
Redditor.
Gamergate
If
is
that's
part of the
anything,
4chans.
well, I mean, Gamergate is more than just 4chan. It's a whole collection
It is not more
of
than
people
just
that.
4chan. Have you read the IRC logs?
Do you know what an IRC is?
It's International Radio Call Sign, and it's for hackers and crackers and
That's
downtown
not what it
slackers.
It's a chat room essentially. It's a protocol for
A chat room of hate.
I mean, it could be a chat room of anything.
A hate
I don't
room.
think there's any specific like guideline. Like you can't join the IRC unless you're talking about hate.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that they were all in there talking about hating and the black hats and the black mages and the red mages, and then actually you can take one of the
I feel
thieves
like
and
there
you
might
could
have been
upgrade
a
him to a
gaming
monk.
forum you're on. You might have been on like a World of Warcraft forum or a Diablo forum because that doesn't sound like a.
Well, the point is that she was harassed on this chat
Right.
room that she had to be in. Her boyfriend was on the chans for 30 hours, but they don't want to be part of it, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why they were in the chat room for all that time.
I feel like you might be confused of what the issue is. Can
Well,
we just
I
at
feel
least
like
get
that
your?
might be triggering to me, sir.
What do you mean? How is that triggering?
Triggering is when someone says something and it hurts your feels and then makes it reals.
My intent is not to hurt you. I
It
assure
does
you.
not matter what your intent is, sir. If
It
I
doesn't.
may finish.
Intent doesn't matter.
I don't need to enact the labor to explain to you that your intent is taking away your lack of intent. Wait a second. There's something going on with agency, and I don't care for it. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like you're jumping around a lot, but you're not really getting the heart of this.
See?
Is that
You're talking about what you feel, and that's what's important. I'm sorry. Go ahead. The heart of it.
okay? I'm not trying to co-opt you to say one thing or the other. I'm just trying to understand the situation from your point of view. And I feel like you don't even understand the situation from your point of view.
What, do you think I'm just like reading one side of this and only like certain things, and that I've got a really confused stance where I'm just spitting things out to say things? Do you think I'm just talking just to talk? Is that what you think? That I love the sound of my own voice?
That's exactly what I think.
Well,
You
have you
actually
heard my
explained
voice?
it better than I could, which is weird because I was like startlingly accurate.
That's what I'm saying is I can explain it, but I can explain it for you. Like, you're a minority, right? But you didn't go to college like I did.
I went to college.
Well, you didn't go to
I went
college where
university.
I did.
I don't know. Where'd you go to college?
See, and you didn't even ask. You didn't ask for my
We
diploma.
kind of jumped in there. When I wanted to introduce you, you started doing plugs, which I try to leave for the end of the show.
Well, that's not really
Credentials
a plug.
first, plugs later.
But that is my job is everywhere. Like, I am the internet. I am, as everyone knows, I am a sousaphone. I am a homophone. I'm a mini Victrola. I am the voice of the gaming generation.
I don't think you're any of those things.
Anyway,
you don't
my
speak
letters,
for me. I'm a gamer. You don't speak for me.
I do speak for you because you're oppressed. And that's what I'm saying. If you're not a 4chan sock puppet, you need me to speak for you. I'm a graduate student.
I don't need you to speak for me. I can speak for myself, and I don't want to join some group because I'm being oppressed.
But
I am not your shield.
You don't understand what you need, honey. That's what I have a BA in Twitter from SJW. I'm studying feminism and vending machine repair, ableism in the NBA, and feminist game theory. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like regular game theory, except all games are zero-sum.
Well, what kind of game would you think is like a non-sexist game? Like if I had to give someone a game, give me an appropriation of what is a good game.
Well, first of all, Asteroids is a good game. You don't know who's inside that little ship or who's sending the asteroids. It could be any combination of people in there. You just don't know.
Could be aliens. Could be no people at all.
Exactly. Or the ship could be a full multicultural ship with a female captain. All we know is that
Or
they're
an
dizzy.
autonomous ship of robots.
Well, no, it can't be robots. That's silly, okay? Because
Yeah,
robots end up in fembots, and that's sexism.
You're right. It makes more sense that triangles in space blowing up asteroids than robots existing.
Yeah,
That's a little
exactly.
bit too far-fetched.
Well, plus, it's obviously that the triangle is a symbol for feminine power.
All right.
'Cause it looks like a
I
vagina.
think that must be what they were thinking when
Yes.
they built that game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we talk about video games in general, we look at things like God of War. Is it okay that a male character is depicted in a loincloth, whereas if a female one was, people do find it offensive? What's the difference?
Well, the difference is, women haven't been allowed to be sexual ever in their life, whereas
that's not
men
true.
are always sexual at all times, if I may finish. And therefore, like, for example, if we had an article on Jezebel, about the 20...
Jezebel is the
20... Excuse me, this is important. The 20 best butts of the World Cup. Thank you. That is empowering to us because those...
How is that empowering?
Because
That
those
doesn't
are
make any
male
sense
butts,
at all.
and it's like we're flipping the script on y'all. But
Okay.
if there's female butts, it is disempowering in the game. Now, however, hold on
Do you see
now.
a double standard here?
No, because it's a triple, because it gets better. Because, see, if we do then them same butts in a cosplayer, that is empowering again, even if they are doing a character that we disagree with. See, it's empowering for a real woman to show her butt as a fake woman that's not empowering in a place that is empowering if it's a man. And I'm saying that is as clear as day.
That is remarkably unclear,
That
I
is
think, to
not
anyone
remarkably.
listening.
Are you suggesting that there's some sort of hypocritical quadruple standard that just allows us to pick and choose whatever we want? Because I will tell you that is not true.
It's
And that
almost
is what they have told
uncanny
me.
because you're able to explain exactly what's wrong with you but you're saying it almost like you're being sarcastic.
That's because you're twisting my words into what I'm saying and like listening to them and taking them at face value. What you're forgetting is that it's like, okay, you know how they have two separate tees at golf? You're trying to make me hit off the back tee.
okay,
I'm hitting
that's
on the
not
front
how-
tee. And
That's
you're
not
not
how,
giving me my tea
golf
privilege.
works. Have you played golf?
No, but I've heard it's incredibly misogynistic.
I mean, I don't know how it could be.
Well,
it's
obviously,
really gender
you're
neutral.
swinging a big stick. That's like
Sure.
a penis. You're swinging
I
at a
mean,
ball.
my
That's
dick is
like a
nothing
penis.
like a golf club.
It's trying to fall in a hole. That's like a reverse penis. It's penises
I mean, that could
everywhere.
be like a vagina, and if anything, that could just be an allegory for
You're playing on the
for
lawn.
reproduction.
Okay, you hear people say like, did you mow the lawn when they're talking about grooming their pubic parts? Really,
I wasn't
really.
even saying that.
Listen, neckbeard, you virgin. I'm saying that people
virgin.
like me, we don't do that because we're not all setting looks and ability to get sexual mates like virgin basement dwellers. Okay.
I'm.
So why
I'm
don't you
not
shave
even
your
in the
neck beard
basement.
and stop asking me if I shave my legs and my vagina and my lip?
I feel like
There's a
you're
little hair on my lip.
projecting like a certain perception of what the Gamergate movement is. I don't have neck beard. I'm not in a basement. I'm not white. You kind of accuse me of all these things. I haven't really accused you of anything.
I think you accuse me of things just by having me on your show and giving me a chance to say my piece. I think.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Can I finish again?
I mean, I guess.
I think. I don't know what I think. You go ahead.
All right. What?
Oh, I got it. Let me talk again.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Again. I'm sorry. I lost it. Go.
Okay. God. So, if his looks is something that's important to you, because you seem to be bringing up my look a lot.
I'm not bringing up your look, you neckbeard. What I'm saying,
you just literally just called me a neckbeard. That's a look.
That's not a look. It's a type of person who is lower than dirt. Okay. And if you would stop being a shitlord for 5 seconds, I could explain to you why all this name calling is just completely unnecessary. People have said that Lee Alexander is disingenuous. Do you know what it feels like to be called disingenuous by a little piss baby? Huh?
I guess not, because I'm a pretty genuine person.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that you can't be calling people disingenuous and
But she was being disingenuous.
See? Right there. That was a slur. That was genuinest slur against people who were
I'm just saying she was like, she misled people. She told
right
lies.
there.
I mean, that's...
You're lobbing factual statements at her like fucking grenades, and I'm just here saying... You people have to stop flying off the fucking handle all the fucking time. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't think that I'm getting that upset. Listen.
But you're getting me that upset, and that's
let's move on.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about transparency.
What about trans people? What did you say about trans people? And that's another thing, the way you people treat... transparency, go ahead.
What do you mean, you people?
You people, not brown people. I'm talking about... See, you're trying to twist things up and make me sound like I'm talking about hood Irish or something. You're the one saying you people. And I'm saying, I don't know what I'm saying. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most honest thing you've said is that you do not know what you're saying.
That is not on. Wait, that is on. It's honest, but see, okay, here's what y'all do: is y'all take things we say and then like you repeat them to make us look foolish. As though
I just literally repeated what you said verbatim.
I know, and you should do that. Because that was not the thing that I would want you to repeat. There were other things that I said that weren't stupid. You didn't repeat those. It's like you're only repeating the stupid things I say.
I feel like you're getting mad because I'm pointing out the factual like inconsistencies in what you're saying. Is that something that you have a hard time dealing with? Or I feel like actually all these things, like the whole thing with why people were so upset with Anita Sarkeesian, I know the media would like to lead you to believe that it's due to the fact of her gender, but it may be because she misrepresented games and lied about them.
Well, I think maybe it shouldn't be as big a deal. Did someone actually play the game that they are talking about?
She didn't play the games, though. She stole the videos online. You can see the Uplay videos she stole. And she also misrepresented games like Hitman. And she even said that in Watch Dogs, you're joining in a sex ring when the actual game is you're trying to shut it down.
Okay, first of all, sir, when I played Watch Dogs, when I watched my boyfriend play Watch Dogs, he stayed on that screen.
Oh, you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore, no, sir. But he stayed on that screen for like 20 minutes, and that's what I was trying to get to. I kicked him the fuck out. And he's like, oh, I was just reheating some pizza. No, you weren't, sir. You were looking at pornographies on the internets. And I know for a fact because I saw those girls, and I looked at them for quite a long time, too. And I found it a bit arousing, if you want to know for sure.
That's a bit of a double standard, then. Do you think that judging your boyfriend based on that?
It is empowering when I am aroused by things, sir. It is why I can read my crypto porn about Bigfoot having sex with people, and it's not the same as God of War having a rape game in it, okay? Because it's for me, and not for you.
Do you see the double standard here?
Lord. Do I see a double standard? No, sir, I do not see a double standard. All right?
Okay.
Because
sure.
I willfully do not want to.
Okay, go ahead.
No, but that's what you're putting junk in your eyeballs every day. You talk about 30 cheeseburgers, you play 30 hours of Call of Duty, you're learning to murder people, sir. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You all play Call of Duty.
I don't. I play like Portal and StarCraft,
and then you
that's about
play
it.
Grand Theft Auto.
I haven't played Grand Theft Auto, actually.
And then drive the car.
That's not
when I play
what
Grand
I play
Theft
games
Auto,
for.
First of all, I picked up the first hooker I found. I found that offensive.
I mean,
had sex with
you
her.
can
I found
choose
that
to do
offensive.
that, though. Why are you choosing to play the game that way?
The game allowed it, and so I had to do it. And then after we had
the
sex,
game allows a lot of things.
Yes,
It doesn't mean you should do it.
That's what I'm saying. After we had sex, I beat her to death, took my money back, and then I drove over the corpse 22 times. That is patriarchy.
That is you.
That is not me.
That.
I had to do it because it was allowed by the game structure.
You're the one holding the control. I mean, the game is to give you unlimited freedom, and that's why people love that game.
Well, maybe
is because it
unlimited
gives
freedom
them that
is not what people need, okay? Maybe they need a little less freedom and a little more security because that game was triggering to me.
So you'd rather have? Well, I mean, what's your most ideal game? Give me a game. If the Grand Theft Auto series is too open world, give me a game that's
Gone Home. It's an architecture simulator. You can go through every room of that place. It's a beautiful home. Look at all the individual design elements.
But that's not the type of game that people want to play. Maybe people want to shoot a gun or drive a car.
First of all, I don't like you using the term play. Okay, that game is very serious. Okay, that came from
at the end of the
Portland,
game, it's called a game. You play a game. You don't serious a game.
You serious that game because it's about serious things, and that's why you paid money to play it because you want to get away from all this escapist bullshit. And in your gaming, you want to have as serious a time as possible because that's
I think
fun.
That's the opposite of why people play games.
Well, that's why I play games. I play games to get inside the head of people I've never been in, although I can't ever play as a female because those characters don't exist.
I mean, there's tons of female characters.
Name one.
There's Daikatana.
Name two.
Every character in World of Warcraft is a female race.
Name 22.
Every race has a... Okay, Chun-Li, Samus,
Okay, name
Zelda.
45. I'm saying there is no number that I will not add one to, first of all, sir. So you can keep going as long as possible.
Mathematically, that makes sense.
Exactly. It's women plus one is the correct ratio of how many characters you need to have. You can't catch that.
Okay. No, you're literally setting an impossible standard.
Are you saying
by
that I'm
adding...
setting an impossible bar so that people will just constantly listen to my speeches about something that can't be fixed? Because I find that an outrageous,
that's exactly
insult.
It almost seems like you're self-aware of how awful
Are
this
you
is,
saying
but...
feminists are self-aware? Because I find that even a worse insult, personally. And I am offended by it.
This is like something where I feel like you're trolling me.
Are you suggesting I live under a bridge, sir?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
That's not
Are you saying I have
the type of
skin?
troll that I'm saying.
Are you saying that I can only be permanently killed with fire? That after that I'm out of hit points, you have to find a fiery object and then kill me for good? Is that what you're saying,
you know
sir?
a remarkable amount about the Dungeons and Dragons lore.
Who doesn't
trolls,
know about it? You people have been jamming that down my throat since back in high school.
I don't think it's a great way to describe us as you people. And
again, I'm not saying brown people. I'm saying white males like you.
I'm
talking
not
about
a
the
white
other
male
side. One
either.
side of you I am totally for, but the other side I'm totally against. Like, how Neapolitan ice cream, you don't eat the strawberry stripe?
I do eat the strawberry stripe.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that's like the white stripe. We're going to leave that uneaten. We're going to deal with the other part of you, and then we'll come back and deal with the white side when the other part of you sorted out.
I don't think people compartmentalize their races like that.
Well, maybe they should. Because how else will you know
let's
who can
be straight.
talk?
Are you a troll? Are you serious when you mean all these things?
Absolutely. I am 100% serious. That is why I'm writing peer-reviewed papers on these things. It's a little bit different process than normal peer review. It's more, I give it to a friend and they say, this is great, post it on Twitter. And I do it and I post it on Medium first because, anybody can post on Medium.
Okay. Why is it, do you think, that feminists have this type of look so often?
Well, I think it's like, how like parrots have like bright colors to attract a mate?
Sure.
It's like the reverse of that.
Yeah, I guess that actually makes a ton of sense.
It's like warning flares. Like, you remember in Jurassic Park when Dennis Nedry was tripping around, he was a neckbeard, and he was like, oh, well, I got the different embryos, and then the Dilophosaurus was like, that's what our hair is like.
Not
I'm sorry if that was offensive
movies.
to you too, to the brown part of you. I meant like dinosaur sound.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
you people have trouble with things like that and air travel.
I mean,
and whatnot.
if by trouble with dinosaurs, I mean that's not really a problem.
Well, not lately. No, you haven't had trouble with dinosaurs lately. I mean, like you have trouble with that sound, like at the airport. Then they'll probe your butthole.
Yeah, I don't make a ton of dinosaurs. You know what? Let's keep moving. Let's go back to the real issue here. Let's talk about transparency in journalism. So, what do you understand why the Gamergate issue is so important for us? Transparency. This isn't. A lot of people are trying to make it a feminist issue. It's about, they're saying that gamers are misogynist or that they hate women. But really, what it comes down to, what Gamergate's about, or a big part of what it's about, is about journalistic integrity and transparency. Can you tell me what transparency means to you?
It's when you can see something through something. Hold on, let me run it back. It's when you can see through something. It's when it is not opaque.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's what it says here. In my brain, not on dictionary.
Right.
In my brain.
I may have misspoke there. When I was talking about transparency, I meant transparency in journalism.
Trans people in journalism?
No, transparency?
Oh, yeah, I'm for trans people in journalism.
I meant like transparency in general. Like,
oh, you mean like looking in on people's Facebook groups and Google groups? Is that what you mean by transparency? There's everything out and open, like you're naked all the time. Do you want these people? Why don't you just? That's all you want, right? You want them to be naked all the time.
Now, there's been some vocal internet personalities when it comes to the cause, and one of them is on Twitter at Nero. His real name is Milo
Yanis Spanakopoulos.
It's Yanniopoulos.
Yeah, Yanis Spanakopoulos. And he's got that Lego hair that's just like, whoo! I mean that boy
I guess
is
he
hot.
looks a little bit like Phoenix Wright.
That boy is hot. I'm not a fan.
I mean, we don't need to
of
talk
what he
about
says.
that.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, first of all, he's gay, so I can't. But he is a little
our business.
It is important. It is important because that's
so.
why he's not for feminism, because he doesn't need us. Wouldn't just saying.
It make more sense that he would be pro-feminist because he knows the plight of being, Well,
I mean, I'm not saying the gays haven't struggled. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that compared to the struggle of middle-class white women,
right?
Just direct comparison.
Sure.
It's not quite the same. But that being said, I support him and his firm, tight little buns and that washboard abs, and his co-host is a fine specimen too.
This is make me like super uncomfortable.
Again, when it makes you uncomfortable, that's not a problem. You should be made uncomfortable. I'm shaking up the patriarchy. I like to shake it up with that Milo. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't want to know that. That's weird. How about let's talk about somebody else. How about Internet Aristocrat?
I've seen what
someone who we don't know what he looks like.
No, we do. I've seen his picture. He got blue eyes. He looks like Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He wears that wig.
That picture is a stock image.
He's stalking Zoe Quinn. You said that's what I heard you say. He's a stalker, and I'm like, I know.
No,
you were stalking me today. That's why I came on here. You're so thirsty for me.
No, like the picture he's using is not him. It's like that wig is like a fake.
Yes, yeah, he's got a costume on. I know it's a costume you can buy, and he wears that costume while he tweets the tweets that he's twosing.
Okay,
and I read them tweets.
It is a costume, but the person wearing the costume is not him. That's a stock photograph.
Well, then why
for the costume?
So he's in the costume, but then the person. Wait, hold on. How am I gonna know how hot he is?
I mean, I guess you're not, and that's kind of the point.
We
shouldn't be judging them based on what they look like.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what he looks like, so I don't know how to treat him. Like, in terms of privilege levels, I have to understand where everybody is, and what if I've been making fun of a minority? Or even like half a minority like you? What if what if he was a woman? For instance, you don't know that he is not a woman, first of all.
I do know that. He's self-identified as a man, and he also, when he speaks, you can kind of hear his voice.
A lot of women self-identify as men, sir. Sir, thank you. All right,
so that makes them a man if they self-identify as a man.
That's part of gender fluidity.
Yeah, I guess.
There's
But
two of
that's
my
just he's
headmates
just
that
a
are men right
dude.
now. So I got two of them that are Sherlocks. One of them
Right.
Cumberbatch. One of them as Robert Downey Jr. I
Okay.
also shift Robert Downey Jr. the actor sometimes,
Sure.
and that's and then
I feel like you're sexualizing men more than men sexualize
well,
women.
maybe
I
we've
feel like
been sexualized for 235 years, and we're not going to take it anymore.
I feel like it might have been actually longer than 235 years.
Well,
but-
I didn't read that far into the book. That was enough, okay? I didn't need every reference from all the way back until antiquity time, you know? I'm just
So
saying.
from my understanding, you're saying that feminists should misappropriate the amount of sexism against them by projecting it onto men to make up for what you said was 264 years of...
Yes.
Of,
Well,
okay.
265 now. I mean, 2014 is not going well for us so far. But yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. We should. It's called reverse dogpiling. So you get everybody off you, and then you dogpile on them, and then it's fair.
I feel like that's inherently wrong.
Well, I feel like you inherited wrong when you got a Y chromosome. So we're all having problems with the wrong today, okay? The difference is
see
I'm
why you
doing
think that's
something
my
about
fault.
it. It is your fault, all right? I had that choice too. I had the choice in the womb to choose to go Y chromosome and develop a penis. I did not. I developed both.
I don't think that's how it works.
It may have.
It doesn't.
Okay. Well,
Well,
you
thank
can
you
have
so
your
much
opinion on
for-
science. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's not really an opinion on science. It's kind of just science.
All
But
right, go ahead.
I mean, you can read a textbook, but definitely not Wikipedia because you guys made sure that's broken.
We won Wikipedia.
I want to thank you for coming on. We got to wrap this up, but at the end of the day, transparency is really, really important, and we should really look for transparency when we are looking at journalism. And I hope that you look for transparency in your own life as well.
I got transparent windows right here, okay? I understand transparency.
Not what I'm talking about.
I have a transparent shower.
Thank
My
you,
husband likes to
everyone,
peek
for
through as I
watching.
shower.
This is R&R number one.
I have transparencies
Gamergate.
that I put on my car that show how many kids are in my family.
That's Becky.
Apollo Man had a
She's still
fellow who was
going.
transparent in it all the way through,
And I
that
hope
was
you guys
Kevin
understand
Bacon.
what transparency is eventually. And thank you. And
crack. Fuck it.